What's up, Survivor? My name's Abby Reed. I am 34 years old and I live in Portland, Maine. I work part-time at my church as the children's director, but I'm also a full-time stay-at-home mom, which means I honestly am doing everything all the time for every single person. And I think I mean that when I say every single person, even my dog, Bandito! Even my dog, you need to go on a walk, puppy dog. One of the biggest things in my life right now is the fact that I have multiple sclerosis, have a chronic illness, and I was diagnosed when I was 18, so actually almost half my life now. I've had MS, but lately, something that's been hitting me is the fact that life is going by quickly. My kids are growing up. They're now 5, 6, and 8. My youngest is going to go into kindergarten. And I feel so much about that because he's my baby, but he's not a baby anymore. And as I age with my MS, I feel like I'm a ticking time bomb. Because I know in my 50s, I might have to be in a wheelchair, or I maybe won't be able to use my motor skills as well anymore. And I'm like, I need to live my life to the fullest right now. And I want to be on Survivor. I think I can win people over. I think I'll be able to strategize. I don't even freaking know. I want to win challenges because I've always pushed myself. I was top of my class when I was back in high school, back in the day. But who freaking cares about high school anymore? So interesting when you have this idea of who you are, but you realize that's not actually who you are. So I feel like I'm this joyful person, but in actuality, I just feel everything very intensely. So when I'm happy, I am this joyful person. But when I'm stressed, I am woe is me. This morning I woke up at 3 a.m. because I got really stressed that someone was going to cancel on me at church this Sunday. And I could not go back to sleep. I woke up early and I was just reading, doing all the things that I need to do. And I was like, this is going to be a hard day. This is going to be a lot. And then I got a text from them an hour later and they were like, sorry, I was sick. Everything's all good. And I was like, why was I freaking out, stressed? I don't need to stress. But the thing is, I do. It's just who I am. And you know what? I want to present a certain way to people because I want them to think I got my life together and I'm doing it great. In a lot of ways I am, but in a lot of ways I'm failing. And I do not nobody likes to feel like a failure. But there are so many ways that we are all failing all the time. I fail my kids when I yell at them and get frustrated. I fail at my job when I don't do this thing that I was supposed to do. And I'm like, sorry, I didn't get to it. You know what I mean? It's so interesting that we all at this point in life, we're like, we want to look really cool on social media or blah, blah, blah. I don't even freaking care about social media. I don't care about all these things where it's looking like one thing because I want to be who I really am, which is I get stressed out. I also am really joyful. I'm very effusive. I'm going to tell somebody I love them. I'm going to give them the biggest hugs and I'm going to have connections with everyone because that's what I do. My boss made me a role in my job called the connections coordinator because I make people feel like I'm their best friend. And I genuinely feel like that until that comes to bite me. And it has come to bite me so many times in my life where somebody has to be come to rescue me because people are thinking they're my best friends and they're actually not. I asked my neurologist about it already. I was like, I need to sell you on something. Is it cool if I go on Survivor? And she was like, I've never had anyone ask me that question. She was like, I mean, if you feel like you can do it, then go for it, honey. And I was like, frick, yes. I'm training. I'm gonna run a marathon one day. I have all these incredible aspirations. And you know what? I'm gonna do it, okay? I'm gonna actually do it. All this being said, I'm ready to play Survivor. I'm ready to dominate the social game and make friends, genuine friendships that will most likely last outside the game. And I think these friendships are going to be able to get me through the entirety of the game. And I think I will be the sole survivor, which would be so funny. And I'd be like, I freaking told all you haters. I'm just gonna make it. I don't have any haters. I just love saying crap like that.